20,000 Hbar versus 2,000 XRP. If you had $1,000, what would be the best to invest by 2025? So I get asked this question a bunch. Hey Jake, I've got $1,000. I don't care about anything else. I just want to buy one coin. What would be the best one? And these seems to be the only coins that people really want to talk about, because it doesn't really make much sense if you have $1,000 to buy Bitcoin and Ethereum. It wouldn't make much sense if it was just that lump sum of $1,000 and that was all you're going to do by 2025, because you'd make some gains, let's be honest, but you're not going to do any serious damage. There's going to be better plays out there. Now, if you had an active DCA, it'd be much better, but we're going to answer this question because a lot of people just have that $1,000 and they don't really care about increasing their active income, making more gains, keeping up a DCA schedule. So we are going to answer that. And I tried to round them down to the nearest possible denominator. So if you had 1,000, it would actually get you 18k Hbar and 2.1 XRP. So I just rounded it, etc. Just pretend it's the exact same amount. It just makes the title way better to digest. So let's jump in this video and let's answer that question. Before we do, what would you rather do if this was you? I think you know what I would rather do, but if it was you, I'd like to know in the comments below. So you guys know I like both. I hold both of these plays. I hold way more Hbar, but I still have a decent chunk stuck in Celsius. I can't remember how much, but it's a few thousand coins. And I do this for taking advantage of the next bull run. So before we go into my crazy maths behind this, I would hold both. To be 100% honest with you, if you just came for the answer, and we will answer the exact answer if it was in terms of returns, but if it was me, I would hold both. Plain and simple. Why? Because I understand the risk/reward for them is an absolute fantastic play, right? But I also understand that some coins will go to zero. Now, I think both the Hbar and XRP are established where that's not going to happen to some degree. But yeah, I would just hold both. And I would also start building plays outside this, as you guys already know. If you are following my portfolio that I show you guys every single week, the ones that I'm tracking, you guys should already know what I hold in that bag. But we're here to find out what would be the best bang for your buck in terms of return if it was just at $1,000. Now, XRP has surprised me a fuck ton. With the SEC lawsuit, it has been consistently stayed in the top 10. It's ranked number 6 right now, which is fantastic. Like for me, most altcoins, if you think about most altcoins right now, they'd be done. It'd be finished if they had this big, heavy shit on their shoulder. Now, this is one of the reasons why I like XRP, and it's actually because they are being sued by the SEC, because I understand that the risk/reward, once this is going to blow over eventually, probably by 2025. I know a lot of people like BitBoy have been saying it's going to be over by this year and then 2024. I do believe it'll be over by 2025. Now, win or fucking lose, dudes. If they win, the coin's going to go fucking crazy. It could tie into the perfect storm for XRP holders. Let's just say they win by the next halving, etc. And then coins are starting to move to the upside, hopefully. That could be the perfect effing storm. Like, ridiculous. And this might actually change my answer when I really think about that now. I'm like, oh, hey, hang on, wait a minute. If it gets over by 2024, which it probably will do, and that's when the next halving is, and that's when the bull run typically happens, 6 months or so after that, you start to see some green in the charts. That could be the perfect effing storm. Think about that. Now, lose the lawsuit. Okay, well, realistically, what's going to happen? Well, they're going to be off to the races still, right? In my opinion, right? They might lose, etc. They pay the fine, etc. Whatever. But they've now got this big, annoying behemoth off their back, and they can actually start to make some move. They can actually start to get, adopters, big players, because yeah, it is what it is, it's done, right? So win or lose, I think it's going to do fantastic. Obviously, we want them to win. It's going to help our altcoins, but just keep that in mind. It's something I just thought about there. That could be the perfect storm for XRP holders. Let's look at market caps. So this is where we can actually look at potentials to some degree. XRP right now is a 24 billion market cap. It's fucking huge. Hbar has 1.6. Now, ask yourself truthfully, and this is where I get my answer from, even though what I just said before. Ask yourself truthfully, if you are one of those truly 100,000%, and you do think XRP is going to hit $10,000, like a lot of people do think that's going to happen, it's not going to fucking happen, bro, just with the market cap. It's not going to happen, right? And it's not even going to hit $100, right, in 2025. What do you think would be a fair betting in terms of maths? If you are a betting man, and we are, because we're betting on coins doing well, that's what cryptocurrency is, we are placing speculative bets. So ask yourself, if you do believe XRP and I believe in them both, like I said. But Hbar is a 15x smaller right now. It's actually a little bit more because XRP is like 24.3, so it's a 15x smaller. I'm a simple man, dudes. You probably are as well. I like stuff that has more room to grow. I don't want to buy real estate when it's overvalued, it's a new build, it's in London, it's overvalued, when I can go and buy this same property in, I don't know, Spain, and I can buy 3 of them for the same value in, do you know what I mean? That's the kind of thing I see if I want a return on my money. So I don't buy a brand new Lamborghini, I'll buy a Lamborghini maybe 2019, 2020. It doesn't make sense, in my opinion. And especially if we're trying to grow our money, because that's a completely different game. So if we want a minimum of a 10x to get to that market cap, like I said, it's already got 15x smaller. All I need for the 2025 is all I need is a 10x. That's all I'm betting on. I'm going to go for the sum average. And that would be if XRP was not to move. Now, I do believe XRP will, of course, stay higher in terms of market cap. I do not think Hbar is going to overtake XRP in market cap. But the good thing is, dudes, we don't need that to happen to make gains, of course. That's 100% fine. But I'm just here to squeeze the coins for the most returns. Now I put here, I do not care about use cases to some degree. I care about use cases when I talk about Hbar, etc. because that's what the big players care about. But for me, I don't really care about that because I'm just here to make money. And chances are you are as well when it comes to how much money I want to make. Now, let's do some maths with prices. Get your speculation hats on here, boys, because that's what this game is. Remember, hold both. Like I said at the start, we shouldn't really strive to just stop after a certain amount invested after one coin. Now, if you want more in life, you shouldn't just stop. That's really what I mean by that point. Strive for more in anything you do. If that is investing, if that is your side income, if that is your business, strive for more. So strive for more money invested in just $1,000. You'll make way more and there's going to be less risk, right? There's going to be less risk. So Hbar's previous run, it did okay. It depends where you got in, right? There was a 10x. XRP's, it was lackluster, but again, there was still money to be made. But 2017 is what people were hoping for, right? They were hoping for that big blow off top. They got sued around by here. Coinbase, whatever, wanted nothing to do with them. I don't even know if they're listed in Coinbase again because I don't use them, but they got delisted and if they came back or whatever, who really cares? But the point is, you didn't get this violent spike. A lot of people didn't get the previous all-time high, right? Which is a big problem because a lot of people, especially like me, they look at the previous all-time high and say, yep, it can easily hit the previous all-time high. What more could it do? But XRP, you never got that because of this SEC lawsuit. That's something you need to keep in mind. But again, it's going to be over, in my opinion, by 2025. So just keep that in mind. Now, this is where we get a little bit speculation. $1,000. I put minimum case scenario, and this is what I honestly believe. I honestly believe Hbar hits $1. I honestly believe it's it'd be less than a 2x because I think it got 52 cents or whatever. I can't remember exactly. You'd have to look on TradeView. But I do believe, and I don't think anybody can disagree. Now, it could obviously go to fucking zero. Let's keep that in mind. But, we are back. It's cryptocurrency at the end of the day. But I do believe Hbar is a minimum of $1. And I'm going to be taking profits before that. Around about, like I said before, 60, 70, 80 odd cents. 20% out or so, 25% out or so. But I do believe Hbar easily hits $1. And that is a fucking good return, bro. Let's be honest. $1,000 in today, you're making whatever that is, a lot. And you're coming out with 18 grand. Nearly 19 grand. That's fucking fantastic. Now, a lot of people are not going to like this. But I honestly believe we can hit an XRP price of $5. And what I mean by that is a lot of people are not going to like this in terms of, oh no, Jake, it's going to 15, it's going to 50, it's going to 500. How dare you? I don't see it, bro. I don't see it. I think 5 is fair. If I was to be, okay, with you guys, 8. But I don't think again, I'm talking about min case scenarios. Hbar, I believe, blow off top, you're probably looking at 4. But I'm talking about min case. I want to just guarantee some returns and then we can look at what it could go to. So even if we were to go 8, you're still less. But again, 5, 6 or so, 12, you're still less. So you know the answer. If it was me, and again, hold both, because again, what I talked about before with XRP, the perfect storm, blow off top, the perfect storm with SEC lawsuit goes and then bull run happens, then you could be looking at the odd 12 or so, right? And then you're like, okay, maybe XRP's better. But in my personal opinion, just with the numbers, Hbar would be a better play from today's prices by 2025. But again, hold fucking both, bro. It makes no sense to just stop at $1,000. If you've already got the first $1,000, okay, great. Put it in a coin or put half and half in, whatever you want to do. How do you go and make another $1,000, right? That's really what cryptocurrency comes down to. It's not so much the coins to some degree, unless you're a huge fucking player and you can just buy Bitcoin and Ethereum. With the DCA strategy that we always talk about, It's like, okay, we've made 1,000. Okay, now we need to go make another 1,000. You do that, and guess what? You just do it again and again and again, and maybe in the same amount of time. How do we make the 1,000 again? But how do we turn it into 2,000? You upgrade your skills, right? Because everybody's doing something to get their active income up, whether it is a job, a side business, or whatever. Just do more of that, okay? Bring the expenditure down, and now we have 2,000, now we have 3,000, now we have 4,000. Then it's not the case of, oh, I can only pick one. It's like, okay, well, I can put 2.5k here, I can put 1k here, and now I can maybe look at another coin like ADA, Polygonmatic, I might pick up Ethereum. And now we've got a decent portfolio. Now we're going to make some damage, rather than just, oh, I've only got $1,000. I better stick it in XRP, I better stick it in Hbar, that's all I can do. No, strive for more, and that's how you're going to make it to the top by 2025. I really hope you enjoyed this video, dudes. I'll see you in the next.